Hello guys, so we go on to the next and actually the last topic for modern maths, and that is probability. So let's start. Let's understand the meaning of the term probability first, and we explain it by the ratio of number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. Okay, the number of possible outcomes, it's also called as the sample space. Okay, so the condition here is that the sample space should be of the type 3E. Okay guys, the three E's are it should be exclusive. Okay, the occurrence of the first outcome automatically rules out the occurrence of the second one. Okay, that is exclusivity. Okay, second one is they should be exhaustive. Okay, it should basically cover all the possible outcomes. Okay, and last is that the sample space should consist of outcomes which are equiprobable. Okay, so sample space, guys, remember, should be of three types, or should be of basically three E's. Okay, it should be exclusive, it should be exhaustive, and should be equiprobable. Okay, if that is the case, let's understand a few basic examples of probability. Okay, what is the probability of, first question, getting heads when a fair or unbiased coin is tossed? Okay, guys, when a fair or unbiased coin is tossed, okay, there the sample space will consist of two outcomes, right? The sample space will consist of either a head or a tail. So these are basically two outcomes, right? Okay, now what is the question asked? Getting heads. So your favorable outcome is getting heads, right? So what is the number of outcomes or events in your favor? Though we say exactly one event is in your favor, right? So the required probability is events, number of favorable events divided by the sample space 2. So 1 by 2, the answer is half. So when a fair coin is tossed, okay, or unbiased coin is tossed, the probability of getting a head is basically half. Tail का भी same हो जाएगा, guys, right? Will be 1 by 2. एक outcome in the favor of getting a tail. Out of two possible outcomes, the probability is 1 by 2. Okay, let's go on to next question, guys. Rolling the number 3 on a fair or unbiased dice. Okay, again same thing, guys. The sample space when you roll a dice is the possible outcomes, right? When you roll a dice, you can have either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Okay, these outcomes, okay, all outcomes are equally probable because the dice is unbiased. Okay, and the occurrence of 1 or 2 does not depend on the occurrence of 3, 4, 5, or any of them, right? So they are all basically exclusive. So sample space is basically 6, and you want to roll the number 3. Okay, getting the number 3 as an outcome is basically one event, right? One favorable event which you like. Okay, so the required probability is 1 out of 6. 1 by 6 is the required probability. Okay, आगे बढ़ते हैं, guys, to the next part. Okay, this looks familiar, I guess, right? Yes. Okay, now it will be more familiar. Okay, we saw this formula, right? Number of elements in A union B is number of elements in A plus the number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B. Okay, so what we will do right now is, guys, we'll basically divide everywhere by the sample space. Okay, जो भी elements है यहाँ पे, number of elements in A union B, A, B and A intersection B का, we divide them throughout by sample space. Okay, now just now we studied, guys, the number of favorable outcomes divided by sample space is nothing but probability, right? So I can replace the entire equation by probability of either A or B happening, that is given by probability of A union B. Okay, so probability of either A or B happening is probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Okay, so understand, guys, for the probability of two events, okay, either occurring one or two. Okay, so the probability of either event 1 occurring or event 2 occurring, this is given by probability of the first event plus probability of the second event minus the probability of, okay, the two happening together. All right, now, guys, the two events which I'm talking about, A and B in this case, the two events can be mainly of two types. The first category is the two events can be independent events, right? Wherein the occurrence of one event, okay, is independent of the occurrence of the other, right? So in this case, if A and B are your two different events, okay, occurrence of A is completely independent of B. Okay, so by the counting principle, the fundamental counting principle, okay, we can say that probability of A and B both happening together, or probability of A intersection B, okay, can be given as the product of the individual values, right? A is happening, B is also happening. When both are happening, okay, the counting principle say number of ways are multiplied, right? So same way, probability of A intersection B, guys, क्या हो जाएगा? Probability of A multiplied by probability of B. You want both of them, right? So by counting, you multiply them, right? Okay, so in this case, the formula for probability of either A or B happening is probability of A plus B minus probability of A into probability of B. Okay, okay, now we go on to second types of event, guys. Second types of events are called as mutually exclusive events. Okay, occurrence of A automatically rules out the occurrence of B and vice versa. Okay, so for example, अगर मैं coin toss करता हूँ, okay, दो possible outcomes है यहाँ पे, एक head आ सकता है, एक tail भी आ सकता है, right? But जैसे ही आपने coin toss किया, नीचे आपने देखा, अगर head आया हुआ होगा, at the same time tail नहीं आ सकता है, right? Similarly, अगर आपने coin toss किया, okay, fair unbiased coin right now, okay, and you get a tail. Okay, getting a tail automatically rules out the possibility of getting the head on that same face, right? Impossible, right? So either head होगा या फिर टेल्स होगा, राइट? So these events are basically called as mutually exclusive events. Okay, and whenever we have mutually exclusive events, guys, the two cannot occur simultaneously. जैसे कि आपने अगर सिक्का उछाल दिया, okay, you can't have heads and tail at the same, like on the same face, right? So in this case, the probability of A intersection B will be equal to 0, or the probability of simultaneous occurrence of A and B is nothing but 0. So in this case, for mutually exclusive events, guys, the probability of either A happening or B happening is individual probabilities का sum, PA plus PB. All right, so that's about the different types of events. Okay, main different types of events. Okay, एक और होता है guys exhaustive events. Exhaustive events में ये होता है कि whatever is the individual outcomes, उन सबका probability का sum हो जाएगा 1. Okay, for example, if I tell you, if you toss a coin, the probabilities are half and half for heads and tails. Sum is basically 1. If you roll a dice, the probabilities are 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. इन सबका sum basically कितना हो जाएगा 1. Okay, so exhaustive events वो होते हैं which basically cover all the possible outcomes. All right. So let's go on further, guys. We'll solve a question. If two fair or unbiased coins are tossed, find the probability of getting exactly two tails. So probability of getting heads or tail on the tossing of second coin, we know, is independent of the first one. Right? आपने coin toss किया, okay, कुछ एक outcome आया. The second coin का outcome will not depend on the first outcome, right? So probability of getting the two tails, okay, is basically probability of getting tails on the first drop or first flip, okay, and the probability of getting the tail on the second flip, right? So probability of getting the tail on the first toss we know is 1 by 2. Okay, two outcomes are possible, one is favorable. Similarly, second वाला जब toss किया आपने, the probability is 1 by 2. Okay, you want both of them to happen simultaneously. So the final probability of getting them both is P1 into P2 since they are independent events, right? Multiplying 1 by 2 and 1 by 2, the final probability is 1 by 4.
Also, guys, we can say that there are 4 possible outcomes: head, head, tail, tail, head, tail, and tail, head. Out of which one is favorable, tail, tail. So probability is 1 by 4 required.
Okay, आगे बढ़ते हैं. If three fair unbiased dice are tossed, find the probability of getting all sixes. Same way, okay, guys. When you are rolling the dice, okay, getting a number, okay, let's say 6 on the first dice, okay, does not change the outcome on the second or third, right? Similarly, the outcomes of the second roll are not independent of the first or third, right? And vice versa. Okay, if you talk about the third outcome when you roll a dice is completely independent of the first and second, right? So here we have 3 independent events. And the probability of rolling a 6, okay, with exactly one roll is nothing but 1 by 6, right? We saw previously also 6 possible outcomes are there. Out of this, exactly one is favorable, 1 out of 6. Okay, so ये 3 बार होगा तो क्या होगा? 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. Since they are independent events, multiply the individual probabilities. 1 by 6 into 1 by 6 into 1 by 6. The probability is 1 by 216. As simple as that. Next one, guys. Find the probability that the birthdays of none of the 3 friends, Ram, Sham, and Tarun, falls on a weekday. Okay, none of these have a birthday on a weekday. Okay, now understand, guys. Okay, the probability of any person's birthday falling on a weekday or a weekend is completely independent of the other two, right? है ना? तो हम लोग एक काम करते हैं, पहले एक फ्रेंड का निकालते हैं probability. Okay, probability of Ram's birthday on a weekend कितना हो जाएगा? Okay, 7 days are possible as the outcome. You want a weekend, which is Saturday or Sunday. 2 favorable outcomes, right? So the required probability of Ram having a birthday on a weekend is 2 by 7, right? Similarly, for Sham and Tarun also, the probability of getting a birthday on a weekday is 2 by 7, 2 by 7 individually. Now, as we discussed some time back, okay, the probability of anyone's birthday falling on a weekend or weekday is independent of the remaining two probability, right? So these two are 3 independent events. All right, so you want that the birthday should not fall on a weekday. So in तीनों का birthday weekend पे ही fall होगा. For that, the required probability is PA into PB into PC. Multiply them. Okay, you get 8 by 343. Okay, now if we slightly change the question, guys, okay, find the probability that at least at least one of the 3 friends their birthday falls on a weekday. Okay, at least one of their birthdays fall on a weekday. Okay, now guys, now we'll study about mutually exclusive events, right? Okay, so mutually exclusive कैसे होगा, guys? यहाँ पे see, there are exactly three possibilities, right? पहला possibility है किसी भी एक का birthday आएगा weekend पे, right? Weekday पे, sorry. Okay, second case क्या है, guys? Exactly 2 of them will celebrate their birthday on a weekday, and the third possibility, okay, will be that all 3 celebrate their birthday on a weekday. These 3 are mutually exclusive, right, guys? तो हमें इसका probability find करना पड़ेगा. ओके, इसका फाइंड करना पड़ेगा और इसका फाइंड करना पड़ेगा. ओके, these 3 probabilities separately we'll find and we will add them. Why? They are mutually exclusive. या तो ये हो सकता है, या तो ये हो सकता है, या तो ये हो सकता है, राइट? अब इनमें भी, guys, there are further branches. Okay, if you talk about the people having their birthday exactly, okay, exactly one of them having their birthday on a weekday, इसके भी 3 केस बन सकते हैं, राइट? या तो you'll say राम का birthday is on a weekday. Okay, Sham and Tarun का birthday are on weekends only. या फिर राम एंड तरुण का बर्थडे आर ऑन वीकेंड्स एंड श्याम का बर्थडे इज ऑन अ वीकडे, राइट? और राम एंड श्याम दोनों का बर्थडे आता है वीकेंड पे, तरुण का बर्थडे आता है वीकडे पे, राइट? सो देयर थ्री पॉसिबल केसेस हियर आल्सो. पहला केस लेते हैं, राइट? अगर राम इज सेलिब्रेटिंग अ बर्थडे ऑन अ वीकडे, his probability of celebrating the birthday on a weekday will be 5/7. Okay, and Sham and Tarun each are celebrating their birthday on weekdays, right? तो इन दोनों का बर्थडे हमें साथ में चाहिए वीक एंड पे, so that probability will be 2/7 into 2/7, isn't it? ओके गाइस, या तो ये होगा या फिर सेकंड केस होगा, राइट? राम का बर्थडे भी वीकेंड पे आ रहा है 2/7, श्याम का वीकडे पे आ रहा है 5/7, तरुण का वापस वीकेंड पे आ रहा है 2/7, राइट? लास्ट केस, Ram and Sham both of them celebrate their birthday on a weekend, so 2/7, 2/7, and Tarun celebrates his birthday on a weekday. Okay, so ये तीन केस बनेंगे, right? For these three cases, these are the individual probabilities, but you want either of them, right? या तो ये चाहिए, या तो ये, या फिर ये, right? So finally, you can just take it as 5/7 into 2/7 into 2/7. Okay, ये तीन बार आ जाएगा, right? Similarly, guys, अब हम सेकंड केस की अगर बात करेंगे, okay, whatever I have calculated here, यहाँ पे लिख दिया मैंने, okay, directly. Okay, next is exactly two of them celebrate their birthday on weekday. Again, तीन केस बनेंगे. Ram and Sham celebrating their birthday on a weekday. Sham and Tarun celebrating their birthday on a weekday, and last, Ram and Tarun celebrating their birthday on a weekday, right? For Ram and Sham, when they celebrate their birthday on a weekday, Tarun का birthday weekend पे होगा. So Ram and Sham के लिए probability होगी 5/7, 5/7. Tarun के लिए होगी 2/7. Multiply them, right? सेम वे श्याम एंड तरुण के लिए क्या हो जाएगा? ओके, श्याम एंड तरुण के लिए 5/7, 5/7 हो जाएगा, बट राम विल हैव अ बर्थडे ऑन अ वीकेंड, सो 2/7 हो जाएगा उसका प्रोबेबिलिटी. सो 2/7 into 5/7 to 5/7. Same way now, Ram and Tarun celebrate their birthday on a weekday, so इनका हो जाएगा 5/7 each, and Sham will be 2/7. Multiply them. Okay. Last case, all three celebrate their birthday on a weekday. Okay, so 5. Right. This means that either of these will happen. Right. सब साथ में हो सकते हैं, either of these will happen. So these are all mutually exclusive events. Right. So basically, the required probability of at least one of them celebrating the birthday on a weekday is a summation of these values. Right. Okay. Now when you add them, basically you add all the denominators, and numerators when you add, you'll get 335 divided by 343. Okay. Now ऐसे हम कर सकते हैं, but it's a very lengthy method to solve this question. Right. Let's look at a very quick shortcut to solve the same question. Right. So what we do is, when you want the probability that at least one of them celebrates their birthday on a weekday, let's take it as 1 minus probability of anyone not having their birthday on a weekday, right? That will ensure that हाँ, किसी ना किसी एक का बर्थडे, किसी ना किसी एक का तो बर्थडे आ ही रहा है वीकडे पे, right? So probability of no one having their birthday on weekdays is same as 1 minus probability of all of them having their birthday on a weekend, which is 1 minus 2/7, 2/7, 2/7, तीन बार. 1 minus 8/343, the answer which you got previously, right? Very simple. Okay, so it is nothing but you can remember it this way, that probability of A happening plus probability of A complement happening is nothing but 1. तो हमने basically यही use किया यहाँ पे. Okay, we wanted probability of at least one of them celebrating their birthday on a weekday, so we did it as 1 minus probability of none of them celebrating their birthday on a weekday. As simple as that.